Alrighty, we are here at Newport Beach. Wow, it really comes out different when you come out as a tourist. Look at this, the colors, landscape, and the buildings. We are approaching Balboa Island. Wow, all these American flags. And keep in mind, these areas are not diverse. They've barely been affected by the demographic changes. And I've been on a boat which had a wedding in it here before. And just take a look at the neighborhood design. Amazing. Look at it, very clean, lack of unattractive features. And I really admire its grid design of the streets. And then you can see right here, lots and lots of two-story buildings that are sized and designed like single-family homes. And it's along a sort of a main street pattern, variety of architectural styles, a good different types of shopping, cafes, a lot of different things. Very attractive in many ways. And so this is not 100%, but quite of a system that I really admire in terms of architectural and urban design. And we're going along here. Look at all this. A lot of city beautification. Although keep in mind though, in an area that has very high expensive land prices, you have to keep in mind that having a lot of two-story buildings does not help with the affordability. Instead, I would actually put a lot of mid and high-rise structures, believe it or not, because you would increase the supply and you would make sure that enough people who have housing can afford to live in. Now look at some of these structures. The fireplace, you can see you're in the Spanish colonial hacienda style building. Let's just keep cruising. Look, they have alleys, so the garage doors are in the rear. We're going along a bridge. How beautiful and attractive this is. People are fishing. Look at the detached homes. Not a fan of all of them, but some of them really has some cute designs. You can see here some even Georgian style, shingle style, shed style, variety of architectural styles. This is one of the great things about California. It has a lot of diversity of architectural styles, unlike Southern Nevada where it's just really mostly Spanish Mediterranean styles. You can go along, and you do see some Spanish and Mediterranean styles, even some provincial styles as well. I think we even see a Tudor style, not to mention. But let's just go along. Wow. Very beautiful. But then again, I would of course incorporate, I don't know if there's any condominiums or large size homes, I would make sure that the housing stock is more diverse. Now they do have a good amount of infill development here in Huntington Beach, but nevertheless, a lot of that infill is actually hotels. The question is, will they continue to stay in business? I mean, they may be converted into apartments. You never actually know. But other than that, I think they could use a lot more supply of housing around here. It's just really hard to believe that one of the reasons why California has a housing crisis, affordability crisis, is due to the lack of supply of housing. And they could increase the supply drastically. You know, just imagine what would have been like if they would have put more 200-300 square foot units, and they would have a lot of shared amenities such as kitchens, so people at least can have a place on their own. So we're cruising along. We are passing Huntington. Look at all these lined up palm trees, hotels on the side. retailers like H&M. Look at this Pacific City complex. They have, I believe, a lot of bars and everything out here. People are just hanging out. The beaches are open, believe it or not. I believe they just did that recently. Now we're cruising along. Now I remember they used to have the August events, the US Open, and they used to have concerts back here, but I guess they got rid of it because they were fearing lots and lots of civil unrest and everything. But you can see all this infill development. This area is pretty popular for people to hang out from all over Southern California. Not to mention, believe it or not, this is pretty popular with protests as well. So there's a good amount of infill development. I believe a lot of this is office suites above. But we don't see a lot of residential high-rises, which is something that could really be useful out here. Now look at all this offshore drilling that you see right here. You know, this is a good amount of proof to show that the oil lobby is pretty huge in California despite all their green programs. Hey everybody, so now we're cruising through Long Beach, and I have to point out that there's a lot I admire and dislike about Long Beach. First of all, it has a lot of pre-Great Depression buildings, which are very beautiful. Like some of these ones, you can see some Tudor-style homes as well. And not to mention, the street layout is something that you could respect in many ways. It has more of a grid system. And you have a wide variety of housing types, single family, you have attached units and so forth. But one of the things I just wanted to get across is that Long Beach has been building a lot of, and it certainly has, a good amount of mid and even high-rise units. So this is one of the things you have to keep in mind, because not all Southern California coastal cities are nevertheless just full of low-rise buildings like you saw to a large extent in Laguna Beach, Newport, etc. Now, the problem with Long Beach is it has a lot of commercial visual pollution. And keep in mind, Long Beach is a fairly diverse city overall. I guess you can say not just by income, but by origin as well. But all of that commercial visual pollution, plastic signage, billboards, that doesn't help. Another problem is a lot of the commercial areas, they don't look like the residential areas in terms of design and size, unlike what you just saw in Newport Beach. So as a result, areas don't look as attractive. They can look pretty gritty, and nevertheless, it doesn't attract a lot of pedestrians. Here's another concern I have with Long Beach. Even though it's not that difficult to get around by automobile, you have to keep in mind, though, that some of their transit services like bus and light rail are very, very secondhand. Now, as you can see right here, they've been building a lot of high-rise, dense units all over. They're certainly taking advantage of mixed-use development. Wow, it feels so much different when you're visiting. I can tell you that. And certainly these are some pretty sleek modern buildings, so they don't look as plastic as some of the infill structures. But I would prefer specifically if Long Beach were to take advantage of, obviously, personal rapid transit and not to mention maglev systems. So this is one of the things you got to keep in mind, that it's really the capacity that you need to support more people to increase the housing affordability aspect of it. All right. Look, there's still a good amount of traffic. It's close to 6 p.m., believe it or not. Look at this building, very, very iconic. I believe this is a Renaissance revival. Kind of looks like a chateau-esque building to me. Just going to be cruising along, looking at these structures. It's not easy to see around. The sun is pretty bright. See, this is one of the issues I have with Los Angeles right here. Pretty gritty, a lot of ugly power lines, a lot of ugly plastic signs for commercial use. You have a lot of billboards. Buildings are not well maintained and don't have good standards or ordinances. See, this has got to really, really change. I believe this is in Wilmington, right on the city of Los Angeles. Correct me if I'm wrong. Alrighty. And then we have right here, this downtown, very interconnected streets. It's quite alive. Literally shopping, other amenities are close to residential areas. Good number of pedestrian activity, grid streets. And you can see, wow, how attractive it is in many ways. Close to the beach access like you just saw. Wow, look at this exciting beach drive. We're along El Segundo, California, as you can see right here. And there's Santa Monica and Malibu right in front of us. And then to your left is the Pacific Ocean. And as you can see here, the sun is about to set down in the next 30 minutes. All right, everybody. You could see right here, we are in Venice Canal. This is pretty nice. Wow, it's a good opportunity to check these areas out. Wow, interesting, all the boats and canoes and everything. All these canals, amazing. Incredible. Look at these homes, you know. So you've got the alleys, the streets in the rear, and you have the beautiful front facade in the front. Isn't that incredible or what? I wonder if they actually give you rides, anybody, these kind of canals. Now take a look at behind me. This is Venice Beach, the city of Los Angeles. You can see here a lot of gritty areas, power lines, public areas, private areas that are not well kept, a lot of plastic signage, and then you look right here, it looks so much more attractive because we are now heading to the city of Santa Monica. Wow, look at all this. Look at this, everyone. The sun is setting down, I believe, in the Santa Monica Mountains, not in the beach, in Santa Monica. Wow, look how beautiful it is. Unbelievable. We're just driving around, taking a look at all this. It's so amazing, breathtaking. Look at all these beautiful structures from the early 20th century. You have right in front of me some brickwork, some arched windows, some barrel tile roof that's from, I believe, the 1920s. Mediterranean Revival. All right, we are in the beaches of Santa Monica. Look at this beautiful Mediterranean Italian Renaissance Revival style building with some masonry, all the palm trees, the beach boardwalk, there's a Santa Monica pier. The sun just set on the mountains. And look, good amount of people on the beach. The wind is blowing, you see some sand. Wow, amazing. A lot of good quality buildings from the early 20th century, but nevertheless, I do think they could build a lot more mid and high rises because it would help with the affordability. Alright, everybody, we are along the 10 freeway, and as you can see right here, you can look at downtown LA. It's changed quite a bit over the years. All these new high rises, although not enough, and the skyline looks pretty nice.
Yeah, they did a big protest in San Clemente, yeah.
Well, yeah, the governor recently allowed some things to open. They're now allowing retail to open with restrictions, and they're allowing you to have, like, outdoor cafes.
We're in South Orange County, Laguna Niguel, heading to Dana Point. Beautiful.
Yeah. He's like, I got to spend time in the Bible, reading the Bible in prison.
Wow.
I mean, I think one reason why they did that, right, is I think they want people to, like, go to the Roman Catholic Church, so they want to make it more, like, desirable by taking it away from people.
Yeah.
Such a different world. Wow.
That's why I think our ruling class
used to
did
get
that.
used to this.
Which way?
Hey everybody, we are here in Strands Beach. I have a lot of memories here. I used to live in South Orange County, and as you can see here, the sun is setting down. You can see a lot of these custom homes that are built in a variety of styles. That's one of the things about Southern California, variety of architectural styles. And yeah, they may have some nice touches and some improvements that need to be made that could have been done. But just take a look at these custom homes. Variety of styles, as you can see right here. Variety of one after another. Still a lot available. We're going to see how things are going to change out with the interest rates, with the foreign buyers, with a lot of shake-up to the market. Lack of demand that's going to come pretty soon. And we are here with...
Hello, I'm Thomas Christensen. I own the YouTube channel called First Church of the Heretics. I cover a wide array of topics, so please come visit that channel. Cyrus will put the description in below. I've lived here pretty much my whole life. I live in San Clemente, but I am familiar with pretty much the entire area of Southern California.
Awesome. Not me though. Alrighty, so what do you guys think? Beautiful sunset. Man, it just feels so different when you're a visitor, and hard to believe that you used to live here. It's just not the same when you're visiting, believe it or not. Although I do like it here, I don't know if this is my dream ideal place. I do really love and aspire to desert as well.